Hey everybody, how are you doing? Hope you're doing well. So do me a favor before we get started, I need for you to hit this like button. And if you are not a subscriber, I need for you to hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss the episode. Also, there's a link at the bottom. I need for you to click on it and share it. All right, so today we're going to talk about the difference between a trust and a will. Keep in mind that I am not an attorney. This is not financial advice. This is just for informational purposes because we don't usually talk about this topic. So I'm going to break it down in general terms, the difference between a trust and a will. And so what I recommend for you to do is to get to an attorney eventually uh, to plan your future. So you know it does cost money, but don't let that hinder you. They do offer payment plans. So you can pay in installments. So don't let that hinder you if that's what's hindering you. Okay, so we're going to talk about this in general terms. And again, seek an attorney for the specifics. All right, also for clarification on what you hear in the video. Okay, so difference between a trust and a will. There are two types of trusts. There is the revocable trust and the irrevocable trust. So the revocable trust, that means that it can be changed. So you own it, you control it. The thing with the revocable trust is that it offers privacy. So if you own property, for example, and you have it in a trust, it's that your information is private, so they can't easily find you and sue you. So a trust, revocable trust provides privacy, right? So the thing with the revocable trust is that you are still liable personally. So it does not actually protect you, but it does hide you and makes it harder for you to be found, right? So this is a revocable trust. You can change it. So you still own your property, you still control your property. You're still liable, but you are hidden. So it provides security in the fact that you are now hidden. That's the revocable trust. Irrevocable trust, meaning that it cannot be changed. So the trust owns it. So you own nothing. Irrevocable trust, you own nothing, meaning that the trust owns it. So with the irrevocable trust, you can't change it. You don't own anything. And it provides safety in terms of liability. So that is the two types of trusts, the revocable trust and the irrevocable trust. So there's also the trusts, they also protect you when it comes to probate, avoiding probate. So probate, essentially what that is when a person dies, their belongings, you can designate it to the people that you want it to go to. But if you don't have anything set up and it goes to probate, your if you were to die, the people like your loved ones, they would have to be fighting in probate, fighting in court essentially. So everything is like chaotic, it's expensive, they're fighting in court as opposed to just having everything set up for them, making it easier for them if you were to pass. So with a trust, you designate your belongings to whoever you want them to go to. So say you have a certain amount of money and you designate it to go to a certain person, and then you can decide By this age, they can have this amount. By this age, they can have this amount. You can put stipulations in there, like they can get the money if they go to college, for example, whatever the stipulations. So you put the stipulations in there, and then you designate when they could access the money. So that's the trust. If you heard of trust babies, for example, have you heard of trust babies? You're probably living among trust babies and don't even realize it because people keep all this information to themselves. So this information is top information. They're probably right next to you and they're not going to share anything with you because it's private. All of this is secret information. So have you heard of trust babies, for example? So essentially, their parents have set them up, um, and they're getting installments. Trust babies. So you don't have to be rich to set up a trust. You just have to go do it. Go to an attorney and do it, and set your loved ones up. That's what a trust is. All right. So your loved one could be a trust baby. It just depends on whether you do it or not, if that's something that you desire to do. So that's the trust. With the will, you are determining who gets what, as you know. However, a will does not protect you from probate. Do you find that interesting? A will does not protect you from probate. So probate is what we're trying to avoid in all of this. All of this estate planning. The purpose is avoiding probate. So probate, again, is expensive. It's chaotic. People are in court fighting for things. So the purpose of all of this is avoiding probate and making it easier for your loved ones. Like they're already grieving your loss. They're already grieving your last loss. And now they have to figure out how they're going to pay for everything. So caring enough about your loved ones to go get some estate planning done. Right? So that's essentially the difference between the trusts and the will. Again, go talk to your attorney for clarification. So the grantor creates the trust, and the trustee is the actual entity. That's the actual entity, the trustee. They also have a term called intestate. Intestate is dying without a will. And legally, if you were to die without a will, then your belongings would first go to your spouse and then go to the kids, like in that order. That's intestate, dying without a will. The court is going to decide where your belongings go to, as opposed to you deciding where your belongings are going to go to. All right. So when you get some time, just research estate planning attorneys. Go see one. Get your estate planning together, and don't let the money hinder you, because they do have the payment plans that I mentioned. And then you could just work that into your schedule when you get time, as opposed to never doing it, never thinking about it. There are a lot of people that die without these things in place, and then they just leave their loved ones scrambling, trying to figure out how they're going to pay for the funeral, and they get nothing. Is that what you want for your loved ones? They get nothing. So there's a lot of people out there like that. They are doing GoFundMes to raise money for funeral. already grieving, right? So just something to think about. If your loved one is already grieving, that is a gift that you can give to your loved one. Is getting yourself to an attorney and asking them about this trust thing and this will thing, and then setting up a payment plan. Right? So I know you're busy, but just something to do to add to your busy schedule. All right, so do me a favor. If you like this channel, I need for you to hit this like button. If you are not a subscriber, I need for you to hit the subscribe button and notification bell next to it so that you won't miss the episode. Feel free to leave a comment. And then also, very important, don't forget, there's a link at the bottom. I need for you to share that link. All right. So thank you for watching, and hit the like button on your way out. Have a good night. Bye for now.